Hi friends, welcome to World Explorer India. On account of World Heart Day on September 29, this week we are discussing about heart and care of heart. So today's is about introduction about heart and some of the important topics. This is the structure of heart. In the heart we will see right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle and left ventricle. So these are the four chambers of the heart. Again, atrium is also called as auricle, that is right auricle and left auricle. Right auricle and left auricle are separated by septum, and right atrium and right ventricle, in between there is tricuspid valve. In left atrium and between left ventricle there is bicuspid valve. And again we can see the pulmonary valves. Now the blood which is coming enters the right atrium and then right ventricle and then goes to the pulmonary artery to the lungs and again returns back to the left atrium and then to left ventricle and then goes out via aorta and it will enter the systemic circulation. And next thing is, heart is the structural organ of the body which is circulating the blood with the help of blood vessels. So what are the blood vessels? Blood vessels are arteries and veins. This is the electric conduction system of the heart. So here we will see the nerve impulse which is generated in the heart from the primary pacemaker, that is SA node, sinoatrial node, which passes through the internodal pathways to AV node, that is atrioventricular node, and then it passes through bundle of His and then passes to right and left bundle branch, then to the Purkinje fibers, which will make the heart to contract. So blood vessels are arteries and veins. We know that arteries carry the pure blood, that is oxygenated blood, veins which carry the impure blood, that is deoxygenated blood. Now pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein is exception for this, because pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood and pulmonary vein carries the oxygenated blood. So pulmonary artery carries the blood from right ventricle to the lungs, and then pulmonary vein carries the blood from lungs to the left atrium. Now blood pressure, we know that again pulse pressure is important. Pulse pressure is equal to systolic blood pressure minus diastolic blood pressure. Cardiac output is equal to stroke volume into heart rate. So stroke volume, let's assume it is just 70 ml. Now if the heart rate is 70, so it will be 4900. So approximately in 1 minute the 4900 ml, that is approximately 5 liter amount of blood which is present in human body, passes through the heart. So this is a normal thing. Next is ejection fraction, that is percentage of volume of the blood which a left ventricle can eject per heartbeat. So normal ejection fraction is 65% to 70%. This indicates the efficiency of left ventricle. Means in prolonged diseases or chronic diseases, after some age the function of left ventricle decreases because of the various disease conditions such as left ventricular failure or else hypertrophy, left ventricular hypertrophy, or else infections to the left ventricle. So whatever the reason it may be, left ventricle may not send the blood out into the systemic circulation. So this we can find out through the ejection fraction. Next is mean arterial pressure. This is calculated by systolic blood pressure plus 2 into diastolic blood pressure divided by 3. Next is CPR. CPR is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Again in this we are going to discuss basic life support and advanced cardiac life support. So these are the guidelines which is given by American Heart Association. Next, these are the diagnostics which we usually do in cardiology. ECG, that is electrocardiography. This is again 12 lead ECG is available, and then echocardiography, then treadmill test, single positron emission computed tomography, magnetic resonance imaging and computed tomography scan. These are the microbes which cause infections to the heart: streptococci, staphylococci, enterococci and MRSA. These are the most common microbes, and again the list is endless. Some of the diseases: Chagas disease, which is caused by Trypanosoma cruzi, and atherosclerosis is plaque accumulation, that is fatty accumulation in the blood vessels. Then hypertension, increased blood pressure; angina, chest pain; myocardial infarction; AAA is abdominal aortic aneurysm; heart failure, again right heart failure and left heart failure. So these are the diseases which we will discuss in coming days. Yes, smoking, salt, sedentary lifestyle, systemic infections and sugar levels. So these are the causes for heart problems. So if you stop your smoking, or if you stop decreasing the salt or controlling the salt in your diet, avoiding the sedentary lifestyle and avoiding the infections, for example after dental extraction, if the proper antibiotic therapy is not being taken, the infection will pass through the systemic circulation from the dental extraction site to the heart, which may cause the pericarditis, that is infection of heart. So such things should be taken care of. So that is avoidance of systemic infections. Sugar level management: diabetes persons are very high risk of getting heart diseases, so they should ensure their sugar levels are maintained in a normal manner. So if you like this video, subscribe, share and comment, and from tomorrow we will discuss one disease per day. Thank you.